anybody on the planet, any country on any continent, it doesn't matter where, universally hates speed cameras. They are the bane of mankind's existence. And the city of Aurora, which is just north of me here in Colorado Springs, kind of out, just by Denver, that area, they have implemented an interesting photo radar van system. So they're not quite speed cameras mounted on poles. They're speed cameras mounted on vans. They say these are special vans. And by the way, hat tip Max Levy from the Sentinel, Colorado, for this report. But what I find interesting about this is not that they have these things. They've had these things for a little while. Everyone was groaning when they said they were going to do these. But the problem is it's not paying. It's not paying the bills. In fact, it's actually losing the city of Aurora money. Council member Danielle Jurinsky said during a meeting that we're going nowhere with it. This thing seems to be about as useful as a chicken wire raft to me, the council member says. And so now, if you are listening on the podcast, you're maybe not in Colorado. You're like, why does this matter? Well, the thing is, this company that actually provides these speed cameras that governments, local municipalities contract with, probably is the company making and doing these things wherever you are. So, in all fairness, and this is a good representation of pretty much anywhere. I don't think Aurora, Colorado is necessarily different than, somewhere in Alabama, somewhere in Connecticut. It doesn't, at least in terms of traffic and things like that. It's not going to be that different. And that being said, the program is reportedly now $352,861.06 in the hole. They are hurting for money by that much. That's how much it's cost them. And what's crazy is the vans that these speed cameras are on cost $83,400 per month. Not only that, you think, okay, it's a van with the speed camera. You park it, you let it do its thing. No, don't get ahead of yourself there. These vans have to be manned. There has to be a person in them. Why? Who knows? The company says they have to be that way, which fully staffing the vans costs the taxpayer $35,000 a month, which is mind-blowing. And who is sitting in this van getting paid $35,000 a month? I want to go sit in a van and get paid $35,000 a month. But that being said, I've done some digging into this. And recently, a member of the Aurora Police Department reported that the city was on track to lose even more on the program. They're saying $535,000 before the end of the month. And it's just, that is so much money to spend on. By the way, I want to have you, if you're watching on the video, take a look at what this speed camera looks like. They're saying these are speed camera vans, right? Well, it's not so much a van, here we go on the video, as it's a device in the back of a car. And that's it. It's just pointing out the back window of an SUV. It's not even like mounted to the van. It's just on a tripod sitting on the rear floor of an SUV, pointing out the back window of it. It's not even like a special super cool looking van with cameras and all sorts of things on it. It's not even that. And what's even more interesting, in my opinion, is the fact that these cameras, the fact that as far as tickets go, there have been 7,012 violations, they say, and 2,590 violations actually resulted in tickets getting mailed. And then a further 241 violations were being processed, with 4,181 violations being thrown out. So, okay, that's a bunch there, right? 7,000 violations, essentially. 4,000 of those were thrown out for whatever reason, because they couldn't prove it in the picture that the driver was speeding. And that's one of the problems with speed cameras. There's no police officer there to actually write you the ticket, to see you doing something. I've even heard of people I know who weren't driving their car, and somebody, like, for example, with a red light camera ticket, same idea. It's just a speed camera except for red lights. And they weren't even driving the car. A friend was driving the car. Friend gets the ticket, and they still got to go, the owner of the vehicle still has to take time out of their day to go to court to contest it and say, hey, you can see the guy in the picture? That's not me. I wasn't driving the vehicle. And so, but the fact is 4,000 out of 7,000-ish violations were thrown out. Now, I want to play a quick clip here for you with the speed cameras. This is from the manufacturer of the speed cameras, which is a company called Conduent, not Conduit, Conduent, okay? They make speed cameras, but if you're watching on the video, give this a look, and if you're listening on audio, you can hear what I'm talking about as well.
There's a traffic violation about to happen, an accident likely to occur. Automated enforcement solutions from Conduit Transportation help make sure they don't, while accelerating your drive toward Vision Zero. Using photo and video camera technology, our scalable solutions are proven to reduce speeding in work and school zones, prevent HOT, HOV, and bus lane violations, keep intersections free and drivers focused in ways that are automatic, cost-effective, accurate, and indisputable.
Okay. Anyway, enough of that, whatever that was. Now, that is just, in my eyes, a bunch of corporate gobbledygook, corporatese speak, right? Where they have scalable solutions and this and that. And then finally, the end of that, they say indisputable, which, let me remind you, what was the number? Here, I'll pull up the Sentinel report here. Yeah, 4,000 were disputed and thrown out. I don't know. Look, if you've got speed cameras in your county, country, even state, wherever you are, might be time to have a word with your representatives and say, hey, these aren't working. Why are you spending money on these? So, hey, anyway, don't go anywhere. We're talking more cars right here after the break on Automotive ADHD.